Howdy boys, it's NPC, and today I've got a very special video for you guys because we are reviving the 5 cool color combo series. It has been highly requested in the comments as of late, so I'm here to deliver. I've got another 5 banging color combos for you guys. Of course, if you guys enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay updated and to see more stuff like this. And with that out of the way, let us dive into color number 1. We are coming out the gate swinging with this one. This is got to be one of the most exotic color combos that I've ever created. That is a wine red with a diamond blue pearlescent. I think this one is really cool because it creates like this plum skin effect. Like plums are, I don't know if there's multiple types of plums, but generally purple, like a dark purple, almost black, but not quite, and they're glossy on the outside. So I think this is a perfect plum skin example. I put it on the Panaud because it's kind of like, it's just a weird looking car. It's got exotic features, and I feel like the plum color suited it. Also because it's kind of like round and plum. You get it. Plums are round. But I think this has got to be one of the most unique colors that I've ever created because it's more than the sum of its parts. And what I mean by that is, like, normally the metallic colors all generally have like a shine with the pearlescent. You know, you can see like the little tiny pixels where it gets brightened. For this one, it almost gets like flattened out. Like the wine red doesn't look like such a nice, deep, pretty sparkly color anymore. It's just flattened out. You know, it looks like it's got like shielding. It doesn't have as much depth to it. It almost looks like a matte color. So I think the diamond blue has a really cool effect on that. And then because it becomes very full, you know, it's got the fruit meat on the inside of the car, that being my character NPC, you know, the minion, of course. So fruity. It's got the goods on the inside. And I'm just so happy I stumbled upon this color because I think it's going to look great on cars that, you know, have like a weirder shape. I feel like plum skin isn't the type of thing you throw on everything. I think it works on the Panaud because it's exotic. Maybe something like the Brioso 300 that's like small and just like weird looking, you know, not something that you would normally see driving on the road today. So I think it looks good on those types of cars. The accent part with this color is actually really hard because the color is so dark, but you want it to be the focus. I think you could go for something like white, but I think anything brighter than chocolate brown or bison brown for the secondary color. That's what I have on my car. It's bison brown, I believe. But anything brighter than that, it starts to take away from the color. Your eyes start to get diverted from the color of the car towards whatever is brighter. So that's why I went for a super dark accent. Also, plums grow on trees, and who doesn't like a little bit of nature? So it's kind of got like that twig branch color. And I think it looks really natural and really satisfying. And little spoiler, this car is from Harmna's upcoming customization battle next Friday when you guys are seeing this. So be sure to vote for me in his comments. For our second color, we've got a salmon pink with a sunrise orange pearlescent. I think this one is less of a, you know, crazy color. I think the colors are definitely bold. They've got like warm and that summery feel, tropical colors, very fitting of the season actually, because it is spring. We're going into the warmer months of the year in America anyway. And while salmon pink and sunrise orange aren't crazy colors, like it's not like something we've never seen before, like the plum skin that was previously mentioned, but I just think it's kind of an undervalued color. I think salmon pink isn't something that gets used a whole lot, and then when you brighten that up with something more basic, like better than a basic white or silver or something, then it feels more full. You know, it's like vibrant. That's what this color scheme is. It's vibrant. That's a perfect word for it actually. And I think it works well on both like daintier looking cars as well as aggressive cars. But there's some misses. There's definitely some misses out there. For dainty, that means more like soft and gentle, like a flower. That's where the pink comes into play, and it keeps it soft looking despite its bolder, like the orange is definitely a bolder color. So the pink keeps it from being like not so in your face, but at the same time it could work well on aggressive cars like the Thrax, for example, really aggressive supercar, because it's mean looking, and the orange it just has that bold feel to it. So you can definitely work it on a lot of cars. I wouldn't put this one on something like I feel like the vehicle needs to be okay with looking pretty. Like I think the Thrax could look pretty. Bugattis are just obviously so beautiful. But for example, let's say you wanted to throw this on a jet, like a Molotov, then I think it would look a little weird. And what I like about this one is that it can work with brighter looking rims. You know, you can work with like yellows and oranges as well, since they kind of fit that sunset spring colors kind of thing. Like spring is just a very colorful season. You've got red, orange, yellow, pink. These are all things that work really well. Black. It's pretty versatile, and that's why I made the list. For a third color, we've got a Cabernet Red with a hot pink pearlescent. It creates this sort of fuchsia effect. I know I've mentioned fuchsia in previous videos, but they're all like kind of slightly different shades. So it depends on what you're going for. It works well in a lot of cars. This one is pretty versatile as well, but there's some things I wouldn't put it on. Like for example, I think it would work well on something like the Reaper, right? Because the Reaper's new. I think the metallic color scheme being deep and sparkly works well on newer vehicles like the Reaper. It can also work well on old sports classic cars. Like I could see this being on an old Corvette. I feel like I wouldn't see this on a Briosa 300, like a little old Italian car. I just think the vibe is a miss with that one, you know, just like because fuchsia is so bold. I don't want to use the same word as the salmon pink with the sunrise orange. Exotic, that might be a better word for it. Like you definitely see some cars at a car show with this color scheme on it. It's just bolder and more, it's more aggressive because it's red. It's not as soft on the eyes as the pink, because you know pink is like, you think of like flowers and stuff, and it's just very soft. It's very easy. It's not going to be intrusive. Red is, you know, your eyes like flick to red. And then this one of course pairs well with like more neutral colored wheels, black, white, brown, silver, because the pearlescent is the focus and you don't want to take away from that. For a fourth color, we've actually got our first metal appearance of the series, and that is going to be a brushed black steel with diamond blue pearlescent. And I like this one because it is so sleek. And it might not look all that different from the default metal, but I promise you guys, I'm gonna have a comparison at the end of this clip, and the colors are just like, it's like night and day. Like there's just, it's a super basic shine with the regular metal, and when you put the diamond blue pearlescent on it, it becomes a cooler shade of metal. Cool in both the literal and metaphorical sense, where it's almost like it's chilled because it's diamond blue, it gets a little icier, and it just looks super cool because the gloss is so bright and the metal's so like reflective. And I think it works well for like cyberpunk or steampunk kind of builds, you know, maybe like a rust coat on an old car, or some futuristic looking thing like the Interceptor from the Cyberpunk Manhunts, or the Interceptor customization battle. It's the same one. But any cars that look good in metal really can pull this off. This one can even be applied to like jets, military vehicles, the Molotov, the Raiju. And this one of course is going to pair well with darker looking rims, in my opinion. I guess it depends on what the accent color is, but I think you just gotta let it shine. Oh, pairs well with chrome rims too. That's a unique feature because, of course, it's kind of like along the silver spectrum. So that's really cool. And our last color of the day is going to be a light blue plus a gold. And I know it's a simple color scheme, but I think light blue is really underrated because think about what it has to go up against, right? The other blues that are super similar are Saxon blue and Mariner blue, which are often, in my experience, from what I've seen, those colors tend to get picked more than light blue as a base color. And light blue is simple, you know, if you're gonna take that over the Saxon and Mariner blue, it's a simple color scheme. I feel like it has room to cook, it has room to improve, and that's where the gold comes in, gives it a little bit of originality. And it's not like the blue itself is just OP. And I think this one works well with, of course, black and white rims, anything that works well with blue. You could even do like a layered blue car, and I know there's a lot of cool looking blue shades of rims that are not on the actual colors, like the royal blue, the fluorescent blue. So if you can get the layers going on that, I think that would look really cool. Of course, the brown kind of shades of rims as well, dark copper, bronze, gold, that sort of thing to match the pearlescent. Like I'd slap this on a Ferrari, you know, that's why it's on the RSX. I could see this on the Cheetah Classic, the Bestia. Those sort of cars I think would all look fantastic in this color. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this edition of the 5 Cool Color Combo series. Be sure to drop a like if you want to see more, and if you guys enjoyed the video, dislike if you do not. Comment down below and give me your guys' suggestions, what your favorite colors were. Sub to the channel if you guys are new and would like to see more stuff like this, and that's about it. Till next time, take care. Peace.